San Diego. And I was lucky enough to actually meet you the next day at the airport. And when I saw you there, you know, I was actually really shocked because I hadn't been, you know, around MMA a lot. And when I saw you the next day, you know, you had a black eye, you know, you had a cast on your foot, your hand was wrapped up really bad, it was huge. And what I was thinking, you know, I was seeing you, you know, pretty broken, but you were smiling, you were happy, you were, you know, still had this really great attitude about you, and I really liked that. I was wondering, how do you keep that going with these kind of, you know, injuries that happen?
Well, it wasn't the injuries, that's only physical. You know, when you have the love loss from the fans and people questioning you. I went to a 4-month training camp for that Cowboy fight. I knew when Cowboy fought Race Ramacol, I knew I was fighting a right-handed kickboxer. So right away, as soon as I healed and recovered and got on my vacation time after my Marcus 6 fight, I dove right into a training camp. And I started training for a right-handed kickboxer, whether it was McCullough or Donald Cerrone, that's what I started training for. And you know, you get so many hours in the gym, training 3 days, and the whole training camp is an emotional roller coaster ride of ups and downs. And getting to the fight, you know, everybody's like, oh, that's your time to shine, that's when you have all the fun. But you get one opportunity to be perfect. Think about a good baseball player, bats 300. You know, a great baseball player bats 300. That means 30% of the time they're good. You know, we have to be good 100% of the time. We don't have that margin of error. We don't strike out and get to go to bat again. We strike out, half our money's gone, and then we don't know how long the layoff is until we fight again. So to get through that fight and just to actually an even win, even though some people feel that the win wasn't as spectacular as it should have been, you know, it should have won another 2.5 minutes and would have won the same way. It was good to just get through that. In fact, I was still alive and got to do what I love. And even though I had a cast on my hand, a boot on my foot, one crutch, I was so happy just to be living.
Thank you very much. And by the way, I think you're absolutely great, and I was really appreciative that you were just happy and you talked to us and everything like that, and I thought it was really awesome. And I love the fact that you won, so.
Thank you so much.
Real quick, next question. Obviously, like, you know, you were there, I was there when you were able to win the title. You're a very emotional fighter. And it goes,
the most emotional person on the planet.
And it goes both ways. Obviously, you get emotional excitedly and emotionally in negativity. Obviously, when you're disappointed with your performance with Donald and the outcome of the fight. Do you think that's why maybe fans maybe have a little bit of a misunderstanding of you, and that's where you're not coming across? Because you're too passionate about the sport?
I don't know, man. Fans are difficult, you know. They love you when you're on top and knocking people out, but if there's any sort of downfall or controversy, then I'm sure you've seen in your career, you've had a long career. It's just, when you're on top, you can't be touched. And like, even when you're on top, there'll always be haters. And if you don't have haters, I forget who said it. Who said it?
But the more haters you have,
the more haters.
If you have haters. So, Cat Williams, yes. So, you know, I am a very emotional person. I'm very passionate about the sport. I was working as an accountant right out of college, and I was making great money, and I got this opportunity to follow my dream and become a fighter. So I went from making good money, having a car paid for, having a house, to living off a one fight paycheck and living off maybe $1,000 a month. And my bills were way more than that. But it's a sacrifice that I made to follow my dream. And you know, a lot of people, you guys don't know what goes into a training camp, what goes into trying to feed our families. We don't get paid like boxers. And people, or like celebrities, people you see on TV, and people just automatically assume because we're on TV, we're fighting for world titles, we gotta be making millions, we gotta be making a lot of money. That's not the case. We fight because we got something here that we need to prove. We fight because there's something here that makes us get up every morning to go compete with another man for no money. Like, really no money. We do it for our legacy.
The biggest thing that people don't understand is that every fight's your next Super Bowl. We don't have, when we're in a cage, and they close that door, you can't tag your partner in, you can't rely on a quarterback or a receiver, you can't rely on nobody. Once you're in there by yourself. Your team helps you train, but every day you train, you're sparring, there's a risk every day to get injured. And a lot of times, I know training trainers injured all the time, when you train, you're injured. You got a back problem, a neck problem, a messed up hand, a messed up foot, a broken toe, whatever it is. And you can't say, oh, I can't fight because I got a messed up foot. You train with a messed up foot, and you fight with a messed up foot. And when you go out there, and every fight that you have is your next big fight. It leads to your next payday. If you lose your fight, you get half your pay. That's like, imagine if you made $60,000 a year, and if you missed one day of work, you only got 30. What are you gonna do with that? You know, there's we go under a lot of pressure. When we fight, like Jamie said, we go out there and we fight with our hearts on our sleeves. We come here for you guys. We're here for you guys.
Without you guys, we don't get paid.
Right. You guys make the sport what it is. So we appreciate that.
Frank, my question to you, all over the internet we hear about Anderson Silva wanting to fight you. What are your thoughts on that, and would you be interested in that fight?
I'd be extremely interested in the fight. I've learned that size helps people win fights. It's kind of nice to be on the other end of that.